Belgian startup called Ravicle just announced something quite incredible, though nobody's quite sure whether to celebrate, panic, or both. With a straight face and a fresh round of funding, they've claimed they can automate up to 80% of the work done by expert firms. We're talking about law offices, accounting firms, consulting giants, and so on. The places that have long prided themselves on knowledge, pedigree, and long hours filled with complexity and coffee. On the surface, this sounds like liberation. It sounds like the dawn of a new golden age where intelligent people are no longer chained to mind-numbing repetitive tasks, where associates aren't buried in due diligence and analysts aren't dragging formulas through Excel at 2 a.m. If true, this kind of automation wouldn't just cut costs, it would shift the entire psychology of work in these industries. Professionals could spend less time proving how hard they work and more time proving how well they think. It could also be a quiet revolution in value creation, because when the baseline of work is handled by machines, humans are forced upward toward creativity, judgment, trust, and nuance. Suddenly, your edge isn't how many reports you can pump out, but how deeply you understand a problem and how quickly you can connect dots that others miss. In other words, the future isn't about output, it's about insight. But under all the excitement, there's also something quieter happening, something less headline friendly. Because for every promise of strategic freedom, there's the looming reality that job descriptions will start to collapse. The roles that defined entire careers may begin to blur or disappear altogether. Entire tiers of professional life, such as junior staff, assistants, and researchers, might vanish before we figure out what to replace them with. The pressure to adapt won't come from a boss, it will come from a software silently outperforming people in the background. Progress always demands sacrifice, but this time it may be our entire definition of professional identity that gets put on the altar. So now I'm wondering, what do we gain and what do we lose if 80% of expert work can be done better and faster by AI? What's left for us? I'd love to hear your thoughts below.